My name is Alle Norton, and I have a music project called Cellars, and I'm here for A-Sides with John Chattman.
So, listen, talk to me a little bit about the new album, because, and obviously the go-to thing for every journalist, blogger, whatever, are we getting these? Is
Whatever.
how inspired by the 80s and all this stuff.
Yeah.
But there is kind of like this contemporary thing going. Like when I listen to it, obviously the 80s like comes right up for me. I mean, it's kind of hard not to.
Yeah, of course.
But there's something about it that kind of, I don't know, there's something very contemporary about it too.
I think so, and I think it might have to do with that. I mean, I wasn't born in the 80s, I was born in 1990.
Right.
So I've, it's kind of like my take on the 80s, I guess. And I mean, I grew up with, more contemporary pop. I mean, like as a kid, I was listening to like Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera. So I think those things maybe even come in as an influence as well, that kind of same childhood like 90s pop, and then and then just kind of tying that in with like the bands I like now, so the more under indie rock bands or whatever, so I don't know, I think all of that kind of has to do with the modernness of it. Okay.
It's funny because the 80s gets such a bad rap I think here's my take on it, because I'm a child of the 80s. I think if the fashion wasn't so dated back in the 80s, and people just listened to the music instead of being so focused on the music videos, people wouldn't shit on it as much as they do.
I think so too, yeah. I think everyone has like a really bad taste in their mouth for the fashion from the 80s. It's something that I still really like. I just think it's like really humorous and fun to me. Like it just seemed like people were having a lot of fun with their hair and the bright colors, and then so I really enjoy that, but I totally get how people are just like, oh, like this looks really dated and cheesy, But as time goes on, it's starting to. I think this younger generation is kind of getting into that again, and they're I think it's starting to get a
shoulder
little bit
pads,
more. Yeah, I haven't seen shoulder pads yet, but
let's hope they. Seriously, that's the one thing.
That's one thing you don't want to.
That can kind of stay.
Okay, stay in the 80s. Shoulder pads.
Leg warmers can probably stay.
Yeah, leg warmers are no bueno.
But you could bring it back, and it would probably.
I'm not a fan personally.
Just food for thought.
Yeah.
So talk to me about. I know you had a show last night. Obviously, Pink is a huge. Not Pink.
Pink.
Not Pink, but he's such an inspiration.
Totally, yeah.
So, and I know he was there yesterday, and I'm talking about a New York show that happened at some point, because this is YouTube and people are watching it either today or 7 years from now. But just talk to me a little bit about, collaborating, because I know he produced this record, and just when he wasn't producing your music, and just kind of being... I don't know, a sponge and taking things in with him. Yeah.
Working with him was great. I mean, like, I was a big fan of his since I was about 17, 18. And, it was really cool to meet him. We became friends, and then, I got signed to my current label, and I was looking for a producer, and I actually asked him if, like, a friend of his would do it. And he was like, I want to do it. And I was like, oh, cool. That's awesome. Like, great. And so it was just really a cool experience getting to like be in the studio with him and Dawn, like amazing musicians, and kind of see how they worked. And it's like taking a master class in my art form from like someone I've been really inspired by. So it was really cool. And he's helped out a lot. I mean, the production was really fun to collaborate on. Because things would just kind of flow really naturally, I think, when we were in the studio. Because I came in with the songs written and basically finished and fleshed out. We didn't do much as far as arranging went, but he would add, there's a lot of like EQing and compression and stuff. He'd be like, make the synth sound like, and I'd be like, okay, and then I'd go in Ableton and make it sound like that, and we would just kind of chip away at it until we both were like, okay, this sounds great, let's move on. So it's really a really cool process working with him, and I'm still super super inspired by his stuff. I really really like it. So yeah.
Does this go song to song? And it probably does, but like, does the music come first for you, or does the lyrics?
Definitely the music, yeah. I'm less of a lyrics person. The lyrics are more kind of like whatever it is I'm feeling at the time I make the music. I'll just kind of write whatever I'm thinking. So that's kind of what the songs come out about. And that's why it's called phases, because like I just kind of write things in phases of my life. So when I'm writing, I'll sit down and like I write as I record. So I'll start with like a drum beat or a bass line, usually one of the two. And then like layer synths and stuff over that, and then kind of like arrange it as I'm recording as well, and then come up with like a B section, and then, you know, just kind of feel it out from there. And then the lyrics and the melody come last. I usually will sing like nonsense where it's like and then come up with a melody. Yeah, and then I'll sing words just kind of on the fly, and then I'll be like, oh yeah, that word sounds really good there, and then kind of like think like, okay, why did I say that? So what's going on, you know, up here, maybe I'm, you know, feeling a certain way, and then the song kind of just comes out like that. And they still have, I mean, like, just because I don't write lyrics first doesn't mean, like, the lyrics aren't meaningful to me. I think they are, maybe even more so because they're not, like, planned out, and I don't sit and write. It's just, you know, purely expression.
Well, I always look at it, and this is kind of, I don't know, totally bonkers, or maybe not. I have a couple of friends who are photographers, and I always say, like, well, the words are the words, and sometimes the photos tell more of the story. So
yeah.
It kind of can apply for the music too, I would think, you know, in terms of feeling the music and feeling the lyrics. I mean, it's the same thing.
Yeah, I think so. I think certain people are more in tune with one or the other. Some people both. I'm definitely more of just like a music person. Or sometimes I'll listen to music and I won't even hear the words because I'm focused so much on what the drums are doing or the bass is doing, or, you know, that kind of thing. And then I'll go back and listen again to the words. So it's just, you know, that's just not my primary mode of expression, but it's really interesting how it ends up coming out in the end. It's fun.
I'm assuming at some point you're going to tour, and when you're on the road, or you know, you have dates or whatever, is the process always going like where you get an idea for a melody or something, or are they kind of locked in a box of two separate things?
It's difficult to say because I'm not sure how it's going to be if I'm traveling. If I have an idea, I usually will just sing it into my phone and then go home and write it. But really my writing mostly happens, again, since I write the music, it's whenever I am in a room with instruments and just fiddling around and then come up with something I like. That's usually what it is. So if I have my keyboard in my hands, then I'll come up with stuff, you know, or on the fly. But yeah, if I'm just like sitting in a van, it's not as often that I'm just like, dun, 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 oh, that'd be a good song, you know. Right, so I have to be playing and just kind of feeling it out before I, you know, come up with the idea. So I don't know. We'll see. It'll be interesting. It's probably difficult to write on tour. I don't know if people do it. Some people do, I'm sure.
Some do, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's cool.
Just last question. So, performing the songs acoustic. I mean, that's kind of your bread and butter, right? Early on. So, but like performing the songs stripped down today, as opposed to how they are on the album or something. Do you kind of care one way or the other, or? It must be refreshing.
It is refreshing. I really like it. I write most of the songs. They do, like, I'll put down the drum beat and then I'll come up usually with like a keyboard part or a bass line, but then I come up with the piano part right after. So it's always the bare bones is always like piano. So it's kind of fun to play them totally stripped down without all the synths and the layers and the effects and stuff like that, because it really gets to the essence of like the song, you know. So it's fun. I really enjoy it. And I love playing real pianos. It's my favorite. I really want one. Someday I'll have one. I hope.
Nice. Just take one of these.
Okay. All right. Let's take it. Take it back to LA. I'll just put it on my back. Rebecca, you want to carry the piano today?
I feel like I have a piano on my back, because I do. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you so much, John. Thanks for having me.
Thanks.